cook. I don't cook.
You ever seen Fillmore?
No.
It's just like a TV show that aired back in the day. It was like an animated cartoon. And there's this one episode where Fillmore goes, I want to say her name is Becky. He goes over to Becky's house and he just knocks on the door and he's like, yo, Becky, I just want to let you know. She's like, what? That chicken you made?
Oh.
It was dry.
Yeah.
Real dry.
Okay, yeah, I know the cartoon. I've seen the clip. Listen. When I cook, it's not that bad. I don't really cook often, right? But like I know to put something on the chicken. Okay, I know that much. Yeah, I'm just saying for efficiency.
Put something on the chicken. Put the peanut butter. Like, bro.
Oh yeah. Put a little NyQuil on there.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're loading up into game one. This time it's gonna be Wess and Ben Tranquilo versus Kant and Kaito. Oh, that's. Kant and Kaito is like a wild name.
I don't know who said NyQuil chicken to me recently, but that's stuck in my head. But anyway, getting back into this, I forgot who it was. I'll figure it out later. But getting back into this game, yeah, right now, Kant really hanging on to this third stock here, but really got to hand it to Wess and Tranquilo because they are doing pretty good with the damage department.
Oh, okay. Man, I feel like Kant is just half a beat late every time right now. Where it's like, all right, ready with me on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then they're clapping it out, and every single time it's just, now, I'm sorry, and now, and it's like, bro, come on, you gotta hit these team combos, man, lock in.
It's on a different tempo. It happens. But right now we got Kant out of the way, or not Kant, excuse me, Kaito out of the way. But man, Vem really hanging on to this stock as well. Trying to get back to the stage there. Does keep the axe in hand. Does not matter. Loses that stock just as immediately as they put foot on the ground.
And this is what I'm talking about, too. When I'm talking about Ogrim drip versus no drip, I think Wess is a player that cares about drip. And Wess used to be the uncontested best Ogrim player in the world. Look where he is now.
Hey, sometimes you got to be dripless before, you really understand.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes payless shoes is all you can afford.
Yeah.
And they get the job done.
Yeah, they do. They do. So does unseasoned chicken. Gets the job done. I'm just saying. It does, man. I get the protein I need
to different job descriptions. I'll put it that way.
You just said you needed to cook.
Ooh, a little ping pong action there. That's wild. But we here, and it looks like Wess and Ben Tranquilo are perfectly seated to go ahead and secure this game one. We're going to see if maybe we can have a swing back from Kant and Kaito, but right now it's like a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, it's definitely looking a little bit rough here, especially because of that combo they got going on there. Oh, wait, never mind. Kaito now coming out, throwing hands themselves. But them, with the turnaround, is Kaito going to be able to make it back?
Oh, got yoinked.
You did it to yourself.
The yoink always feels bad. And you got the sick chase dodge, too. Got the wall touch, but still got caught on the pressing of the recovery. But it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Wess now because I love seeing boots in the doubles landscape, especially since it's going to be one of the most varied things we see today. We saw that down sig. That down sig. Not KO there, which, a little sad.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel good, but we do get the recovery closing that stock out. And now it's just a little bit of doubles action here. Yeah, that should definitely clean that up. Dude, battle boots are so cool.
They are.
They're so cool.
I think what's really funny to me about it is like it makes me think of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where like you just have like someone like going and just like kicking you in the face, but like they're like step laddering you, but carrying you across the map.
Yeah, you're like, cause they're like flying through the air and stuff.
Because like this side air, like you think about like logistically, how would it work? Like you kick them once, kick them twice, and kick them a third time, and they just go nowhere the entire time until you kick them the third.
I don't know how to tell you this, but it's a video game, son.
Listen, you're right, and I'm here to play.
So are these guys. Oh, man. No, that was definitely a pretty crazy game one. And listen, when I say I think battle boots are cool, right, I'm not saying they're cool to fight because I know some people have very strong opinions when they have to fight certain things or certain characters. Right? But I'm saying from a spectator or caster perspective, boots are cool, man.
No, they cook. I remember literally I sat behind this desk for years, and now I'd be like, I'm not a BMG employee, but you know what this game is really lacking? Why can't I kick people? I just want to kick people. And then that BCX, when they released battle boots, boy, I was like, it's time for me to cook. Then I tried to use them, and I was just the worst battle boots pilot ever in existence. And I was like, dang, I guess the great sword really is me, huh?
You think a Nike crossover could ever happen? That'd be sick.
I mean, listen, anything is possible.
Tim's is gonna.
Tim's, I'm waiting, dude. If I'm able to rock, oh man, I wish.
You know that's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna sell so much. All right, hey, goodbye. Kant losing that first stock pretty quickly, too, about 20 seconds into the match.
Ooh, okay. I like what we're seeing here so far.
Oh, yeah. Kaito coming through, trying to get some revenge, try to stack up some damage pretty quick as best as they, possibly can. All right, doing a little bit dancing around. All right. Okay. Kaito, where are you swinging? You almost hit your own teammate.
Interrupts are going insane right now.
Oh, okay. I like what Vem was looking. Oh, okay. That was kind of sick. Just didn't work out, and now potentially losing the stock here. No, Kaito just flubs it.
Okay, hold on here. I like it. The recovery's not going to be enough. Tries to chase. Doesn't find the hit, but a falling cider might be the assist that we need. Not quite. Red team needs to regroup in the center. Oh my God, Kaito's just jumping around, swinging that lightsaber all willy-nilly, and it's working out.
Okay. Ooh, that was your teammate. You got to be careful when you're throwing that.
He said, I got the hit with the splash damage, though.
Hey, listen. Sometimes that's kind of what I'm all about. Like, if I hit the move, cool. If it was my teammate, you shouldn't have been there.
Like,
but you know how cool this look? Listen, all I'm saying, like, when I press side B, like with the center war, if that's my teammate, that's too bad.
That's
you're getting clothesline.
Move. Get out the way.
That's my same mentality in that game too. In this game, same thing. You're my teammate, and I hit you, but I'm doing something cool. That's too bad.
That's it. You're part of the experience.
Yep.
Okay, so things are really heating up here as Kant and Kaito kind of falling behind a little bit, right? I mean, Kant really just kind of struggling. You can see playing a little bit more of a passive role here, trying to get a punish on Wess. Wess on these boots, though, are just making it so awkward for him to deal with. And look at that, right? That's going to be a counter hit on a successful blow from Wess. So not even missing, but getting punished for hitting there because, Battle Boot Cider can take a little bit.
And that was basically going from one side to the other, too, to close out those stocks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now you got a nice little stock lead here. Kaito's been doing a pretty good job this game. Really setting a good pace, a good tempo, and being able to get back to stage unscathed until your teammate kind of whack you one.
Oh, okay, let's see. I like the swing with the side air there.
And you see, the thing is I feel like when Kaito went off stage, they could have went out there and really took advantage of it. But they decided to actually go after Kant and try to rack up as much damage as possible, which I'm totally all about, but I feel like he could have cleaned up the stock a little bit earlier.
No, I feel the same way. Oh, that's a good yeet there.
Whoa.
Wow, the interrupts are once again bombastic, right? One person gets hit, another person gets hit. And they do a back and forth exchange. It's like so hard to keep track of sometimes, but there we go. Wess still aggressing so phenomenally here with these gauntlets in hand. You can see Ben Tranquilo getting those kind of pot shots in with the axe as well before switching over to the gauntlets. Ooh,
oh, nice. No. You kind of had a lead, but now you're just in a 2v1 scenario. Now Vem's got to make some big plays here. Definitely going to look a bit tough. Yep. Gets that stare, kind of hits him off the stage.
This is doable. Kant, honestly, doing a great job here. Has been in the deep red for like 2 minutes at this point, and really should have lost that stock a while ago. But the fact that he was able to hold on kind of forced the blue team into the situation they're in now, where we're seeing this 2v1 needs to be done.
Yep. Oh, wow. I feel like he could have gone off stage and put a little bit more pressure out there.
Not enough.
Living? Wow. Okay, it does not matter, though. Even if they lived, even if they lost that stock, it doesn't matter. They were going to close out that game right with that play there. So, hey, well played to Kant for cleaning that one up. But now we're in a 1-1 scenario.
Yeah, I mean, that one, it's interesting because there was a certain degree of clutch that really came in from Kant for being able to hold that stock. Not only holding the stock, but also pressing the button to remove one of the members of the blue team, right? Like, we just saw Wess get absolutely, like, obliterated there by that Ulgrim Ensig, and that was really the play. It was the conjunction of staying alive long enough, but also making it to the 2v1 and forcing the 2v1 to happen. So good job to Kant and Kaito for being able to clutch up there, because really I expected this one to be a little bit more cleaner of a sweep for Wess and Ben Tranquilo. But despite this, my read on the set is still 3-1 Wess and Ben Tranquilo.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I feel like you kind of can't let this other team, get any more momentum out of this, because, like, if you just start, dilly-dallying around, you're just kind of taking your mental out of it anyway, and you're just giving them more confidence. And when you play confident, right, even if you're, like, an okay player, but if you're just feeling really confident, like you're just doing everything you want to, you feel like a different person entirely. Yeah. So, like, it can really elevate your game if you're feeling good about yourself, which you should always strive to do, is strive to always feel good about yourself. So do that. Take care of yourself. Go for a walk or something.
Okay.
But after this set, go for a walk.
Yeah, after this.
You have to sit down and watch. You have to sit down and watch Brawlhalla.
You do not have agency in this situation. We have control. We are the All-Mother. We are. Before I start going,
what is going on?
I was in,
Who's the All-Mother? What is this?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just trying to, you know, bring people to the creed.
No! I want no part of this. I'm out of here.
3, 2, 1.
All right, well,
We're about to start saying the same, like we're gonna
it.
be speaking at the same time, saying the same thing, and that's us casting together now. Hive mind.
We are one.
What are we, Fliffy or Scambo? Scambo sounds like we're up to some like no good stuff.
It's true. It actually, yeah, no, it really does. Yeah, no. Hold on, Scambo.
We're up to something bad.
It was up to no good. Started causing trouble in my neighborhood.
Oh,
One
man.
little skiff of flame. I don't know. But anyway, here we are, game number 3. I called it as 3-1 for Wess and Ben Tranquilo. That was my prediction. And
Yep.
so far, looking pretty good for me. We already got Kant without a stock. How long it's going to be like this, a little bit harder to say, but I think Wess on these boots, I mean, is so ready to cook.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely putting a lot of good pressure here on Kant off the stage. And look at that, being able to switch between the two players as well. I think that's just some good communication between Wess and Tranquilo as they're like, all right, you switch over here. I'll go put the pressure on this because, you know, I've got the faster weapon. Well, I mean, the gauntlets are fast, but I feel like with boots, you kind of get away with a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, 100%. We see that down sig doesn't get interrupted there by Kaito, which allows for that juicier splash from that last little hitbox at the end there. So gonna be a bit of a rough go there, but looks like they finally managed to get at least one stock off of the members of the blue team, but Wess is still looking comfortable despite being in the deep, deep red here.
He's gonna have to find a way. Okay, yeah, goes for that weapon toss. That was actually really well placed too, and gonna be able to get another stock out of here. That's huge. And still on your third stock. Yeah, these resources are hanging in for a long time. Really gotta hand it to him.
Oh, and Kant on the final stock here. So this is starting to look a little bit rougher. I mean, granted, not the worst as far as things go. You can very easily collapse on a member of the blue team, so then down to their final stock and try to start setting up for 2v1, but then you just start getting kicked, right?
Listen, I don't blame him for going for that. Hey, brother, I know that you're caught up in this, but we are ahead by a good amount right now. I'm gonna finish this combo. You either slip out or you take the whole thing. I mean, I'm gonna push this lead further.
This train is not stopping, okay? So, like, if you want to get off, do it at your own risk.
Okay, there we go. Nice. Oh, okay, great stuff from both of them actually going to be able to close out the stocks. So look at this. They were down by quite a bit, and now they have a pretty decent lead. Now, Kaito, excuse me.
Kanto is insane.
Kaito does need to be a bit more wary about their situation here, right? They are kind of in that yellow. You know, you don't want to get too caught up in some of these combos like that right there. That was a crazy pass.
All right, let's see here. Really looking at Kant because once again we've seen Kant in this position where they've been in one stock, but they were also the key player in making sure that the Kant comeback happened and that it ended up being a victory. So looking to see how long Kant can hold on this time around, or if Wess and Ben Tranquilo are just going to go ahead and convert on the Kaito because of it.
I mean, they're definitely trying to work for it right now, but man, Kaito is doing a great job extending this stock further and further, but does finally lose it, but still, I mean, they held on for a long, long time.
Oof.
And that is usually a good sign because that means actually, well, I mean, this is still very doable, right? In this 2v1 scenario, because you look at, they're both in the red. Now, them might take a little more effort, but Wess should be able to lose his stock fairly quickly as long as you play safe and calculated.
All right, but they let Kaito get a weapon, which I think they should have tried a little bit harder to starve because I feel like the 2v1 is incredibly more difficult when you have no weapon at hand, but looks like they're maneuvering it just fine. Oh, as I say that, we might lose Wess or both of them here. I think Ben just has to get back on the stage and assume that Wess can do it fine. It looks like that's exactly what happens. The recovery's not enough. Kaito throws the weapon down, picks the gauntlets back up yet again, and just going to go fish for these recoveries. The recovery on Wess will KO, but you see the perfect counter punch from Wess there to avoid not only the recovery, but the exhausted recovery as well, to then go ahead and convert for a recovery of his very own to win that game. That was scary business.
Yeah, that was definitely a really crazy and kind of a tricky scenario at the end there because also Kaito was just doing a really good job utilizing their resources, you know, to try and find an opening and kind of slip in without taking like any, you know, damage. But again, like you mentioned, the counter punchers there. Wess was already ready with a counter, or not a counter, but like a dodge of their own, and then just like ready to kind of get the punish out of that. So that was just some really good gameplay. Now they're up 2-1. So we'll see if everything comes to realization. If, you know, we see that 3-1 that you've predicted, it looks like we're on good track.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, these games have been a little bit too close for my liking, though, admittedly, which makes me believe that, like, while I'm calling the 3-1, if a Game 5 does happen, I can't be too surprised because Kant and Kaito are not lagging behind by much.
Well, as we get loaded into this next game, of course, Fortress of Lions is the only stage we see nowadays.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
It's time to ban Fortress of Lions, baby.
I'm waiting for, like, what if we made Mammoth Fortress and we gave it different paint? And they were like, oh, well, you know.
No. I do like the stage. I was talking about with Sparky earlier. It's got a good vibe to it. It looks good.
No,
right?
I like it more than I like Mammoth Fortress, especially the fact that like you can't go around it either, too, right? Like, that's a very big difference. And also the aesthetic is just like, oh, me stained glass lion, like, come on.
Yeah, definitely looks really nice. Very good visually, but as we continue to watch these teams battle it out in this Game 4 here, no one taking a particularly strong lead. Blue team does have a decent one right now, but it could definitely be turned around very quickly if they're not careful. Look at that, getting a couple strong hits on both the blue team. And now they're trying to get back to stage themselves.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Just swings with that, was an unarmed down sig I think we saw there. And so this is looking already to be a pretty good start for the blue team here. Not by much though. I just want to see how long it takes for the red team to respond, right? That side air, not quite enough from side to side, just doesn't have enough juice despite that being open where it's a huge amount of force, right? So that just kind of goes to show you, you know, the stages matter quite a bit.
Okay, ooh, still surviving there. That's actually a little bit crazy. Okay, finally gets that stock out of the way. I thought for a moment they were going to be able to live that, and I was going to be like, that's just ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, these drops. Wess should have lost that stock like 3 times already. And so the fact that it just fell there is a bit scary if you're Kant and Kaito, because you need to be cleaner with your conversions if you want to be able to force the Game 5. Wess and Venton Kilo are just looking a little bit more seasoned.
Yeah, Wess definitely went for a super aggressive option there and ended up getting punished for it. Nothing super crazy, but like it was still a punish of like, hey, you need to make sure you clean this up a little bit more before you try throwing that out again. But ooh, goodbye. And now we're in a 4-stock to 3 scenario here. Kanto, again, kind of stock tanking here. I almost said stank tanking.
Stank tanking is. I like
stock
that.
tanking. But yeah, trying to be that juggernaut just tries to stay alive a little bit longer. Great stock off that left side.
Ooh,
oh, and them down 2. Nice.
All right, a huge swing here. But we'll see if it's enough. We do have a lead for Kant and Kaito finally here. But as I say that, Kant ends up losing that stock with the greatest of ease. Oh, and the swing back, and you saw the interrupt. Oh, we saw the vision, right?
Yep. And that was just Kanto just kind of respawning right when he really needed to and just kind of getting some disruption going on there, because I'm not going to say that stock was like guaranteed, but like
it was going to hurt.
It's definitely going to hurt, but it was kind of a 50-50 about whether or not you actually really get back to stage.
Oh, that's going to be bad friendly fire here. Huge opportunity for the red team. Oh, no, the friendly fire. No, this is going to be Kant not making it back because of the friendly fire. No, he does get the touch in the end there, so Wess is all alone here. Might have to go to game number 5 here if Wess can't be clutch. That should be the stock. The Ed6 not going to hit hard enough. Needed another pass back to the teammate to secure the knockout, but nice catch with the gravity cancel D-Light. Just throwing out a move that no matter what Wess did there, could not get... Listen. I'm fine with being wrong here because it was hype.
Do you think?
It was hype. No, for real. There was a moment here where like they should have. It looked like Kant was going to lose stock there. Wess got that down air, and I thought Wess must have not gotten the ground pound without Kant getting the wall touch there. It looked like it should have been a 1v1 scenario. He must have just touched it before Wess put out the ground pound.
Yeah, definitely a little bit tough, especially for Wess and Tranquilo, but like it definitely goes to show like how much Kant and Kaito, like they want to be here, they want to keep going. I mean, you look at the PR numbers too, and there is quite a big gap between, you know, was it the 2nd and the 4th seed, and then the 15th and the 27th.
Yes.
Like that's a noticeable gap, and that's one thing I feel like that's been happening a lot more in a lot of the regions. Is like there's a lot of very good players in all the regions, right? But then there are always some players that like there's a bit of a power gap that kind of happens a little bit, and it's just like because there's the top players and then the top of the top.
Yes.
And there's a very noticeable tier there. But with doubles, like, you know, I've mentioned earlier this morning, doubles is a different kind of beast, right? A lot of it comes down to synergies. How well do you work with your teammate? And it really just kind of comes down to that. Kaito and Kanto are honestly doing an amazing job.
Oh. And it's one of those things too, right? Where it's like, in South America, there's always been this issue where it's always felt like there's just been such a saturated pool of talent. Oh my gosh. Oh, the turnaround from Wess with the side air. No way with a robbery from Wess on that stock. That was so sick. Oh, Kant has to feel bad there. Went for that final side air to try to get rid of Wess's stock. Oh, that interrupted the team. And Wess has been interrupted more than anyone else today, right? I mean, that's just the way that these Tesca 6 can go sometimes. You know, all the flair and theatrics of it does lead to there being quite a bit of time to interrupt those signatures. So.
Yup. Well, let's see how this plays out as we get down to some of the later stocks here. Vem still maintaining that stock some way, somehow. And look at that, man. Wess going up there, putting down a little bit of offense as well, trying to give Vem some relief so they can get back down to the ground, get some of those resources back. And look at him go, man. He's going deep.
Oh, he got the wild touch from the chase dodge there. Because otherwise, that stock was guaranteed. It was actually well played. But now, we're going to see Ventranquilo trying to get back. Wow, what an aggressive axe recovery.
Yeah, no, seriously. And, like, being able to get the hit on that, too, just get a little bit of extra tax on that before you end up dropping your own stock. I mean, Vem played that first stock fantastically. Oh, wow. Okay. He's like, listen, if you're going to combo my teammate, both of y'all better be ready because I'm coming in with a whirlwind.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear the sounds of what is it, Jaguar. Ooh, yeeting you over to the side there. And now, this is going to be kind of tough for Kaito and Kant here. I mean, Kant already in the deep red. Kaito already in the yellow and kind of just biding time in the corner, waiting for Kant to come back. And might just lose the stock here even. Down air. Got to refresh those so he can play the mini game a little bit. Ooh, I like the read from Ben. Going wide there with the ground pound, saying like, oh, you're probably going to think I'm going to try to do it toward the wall and jump out. Not a bad read at all. I
mean, they still find a way to get that stock anyway. Now in a 2v1 scenario, 4 stocks to 1. This is just not looking good for Kant. And, I mean, Kant and Kaito fans, listen, it was a great run. It was a good set. Unfortunately, it's definitely going to be the end here. I mean, Kant definitely getting another stock out. So, I mean, good for him. But, like, this is just too much of a comeback to make.
Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes when you got to assess the situation. Kant's cooking, but you got to do so much. If you can get Wess, though, if there's a way you can get Wess, then maybe it becomes a bit more in the realm of possibility. But, of course, Wess is going to be playing the back foot here as Ventranquilo plays the aggressor. And can you get the stock there? No, you can't. I respect it, right? That's who you have to go for. So he just kind of bets it all on, can I get Wess out of the game now? And the answer was no. And so very beautiful try there, but it is going to be Wess and Ventranquilo moving on further in the winner's side of the bracket in a 3-2 instead of a 3-1.
Yep.
So,
I mean, it was close enough.
It was close.
Yeah, you tried.
It was close. I did.